At least 7 people have been killed after a part of a cliff collapsed onto leisure boats on a Brazilian lake. Another 3 are missing and 32 injured following the accident in the southeast of the country. At least one of the boats appears to have sunk while others managed to escape. Good morning, I am Praram Badhal. Let's begin with the main stories. 696 new cases added to the country's COVID-19 tally, a dramatic surge witnessed in Nepal's corona graph in the recent days. Health experts demand more precautionary measures. Prime Minister Dewa calls on main opposition leader KP Sharma Oli. The leaders discuss contemporary national issues, the meeting viewed with significance by political fraternity. At least 21 killed after heavy snow trapped them in their vehicles in northern Pakistan. Freezing and asphyxiation after inhaling fumes given as a possible reason. Military still attempting to rescue. And 3-star take on Himalayan Sherpa in the Martyrs Memorial A Division League match later this afternoon. Both clubs aiming to earn 3 precious points. Prime Minister Sherpa Dewa has discussed the latest political issues with main opposition leader KP Sharma Oli yesterday. Now, Prime Minister Dewa reached the main opposition leader KP Sharma Oli's Balkot residence yesterday morning to discuss some contemporary national issues. A committee of the ruling alliance had entrusted Prime Minister Dewa to hold a dialogue with main opposition leader Oli after CPN-UML continued with its obstructions at the lower house and also abstained a recent all-party meeting. The Prime Minister's Secretariat informed that the meeting between the two leaders dwelt on clearing obstacles at the Parliament, among other contemporary issues. The UML has been obstructing the parliamentary proceedings, questioning the role of Speaker Agni Prasad Sapkota and also demanding his resignation. The party has charged Speaker Sapkota of not taking action against 14 lawmakers, including Madhav Kumar Nepal, who had parted ways to form a new party. Likewise, the difference of opinion has also surfaced between the ruling alliance and the main opposition in terms of the ongoing agitation against Chief Justice Cholendra Samser J.B. Rana. Meanwhile, disputes have also emerged between the ruling and the main opposition in regard to the much debated Millennium Challenge Corporation or MCC Nepal Compact. The one-on-one meeting between the two leaders has been viewed significantly by the political fraternity. The country has reported a massive surge in the COVID-19 infections in the past 1 week, especially in the recent days. 944 individuals tested positive yesterday through PCR and antigen tests. The fast-spreading Delta and Omicron variants have resulted in the surge in recent days, while experts have pointed out that the COVID scenario might spiral out of control if timely preventive actions are not taken. We have a report.
696 cases returned positive on Saturday out of a total of 9,762 individuals who were tested through PCR method. The health experts have already termed the surge in cases as the third wave of the pandemic, while the Ministry of Health on Saturday said that since the number of patients coming to the hospital care is still negligible, it should not be termed as the third wave. The number of COVID patients under intensive care in TU Teaching Hospital Maharajganj is 8. 5 in Bir Hospital and 4 in Patan Hospital are treated at ICUs. There are no COVID patients admitted in the intensive cares at Shukraraj Tropical or Teku Hospital. The health experts have said that timely prevention plan can save the country's health system from the kind of scenario during the second wave. The government has, meanwhile, initiated discussion on controlling crowded places alongside imposing what it calls smart lockdowns. The Health Ministry had started the legwork of inoculating additional dose to frontline workers and people above 60 years with weaker immunity from mid-January. However, there is no other visible prevention planning, which, according to health experts, might prove catastrophic in the country's fight against coronavirus.
The impact of rising corona graph in the country is beginning to take a toll on the academic sector. The COVID-19 Crisis Management Center, or the CCMC, is preparing to recommend educational institutions of switching to online classes or continuing with the physical classes depending on the situation. The Nepal Medical Council, meanwhile, has suggested that schools should be closed if the infection rate expands in high rate, as children studying in the school level are yet to receive vaccines against COVID-19. Some 38 teachers and students from 3 schools in Tulsipur sub-metropolitan city, Dang, have tested positive to COVID-19. All schools have been closed as the busy market area saw a surge in infection, with 84 individuals contracting the virus in the area. Over 7 million students are enrolled in 35,000 schools across the country. Out of the 7 million, 3,425,000 students are of the age group 12 to 18 years. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, 1,460,000 individuals of the age group 12 to 18 in the country have been inoculated with the first dose, while only 3,722 have received both the doses. Discussions regarding the education sector has escalated in the CCMC with the increasing number of infection among the students and the teachers. The Ministry of Education is preparing to end physical classes and opt for alternative ways of teaching in areas with high infection rate. Nepal Medical Council, meanwhile, has urged the public to remain vigilant in the face of a massive surge in coronavirus cases. In our Public Voice segment yesterday, we asked in several provinces regarding their opinion on some political parties that are newly registered but have refrained from going to the public. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
दल दर्ता गर्नको निम्ति खुकुला खालका प्रावधानले
जनताको लागि केही गरौँ भन्ने भावना नभएको स्वार्थी नेताहरू
जनतामा गए पनि उनीहरू जनताले विश्वास गर्दैनन् यो उनीहरुलाई थाहा छ
पुरानो पार्टीहरुलाई विस्थापित हुने किसिमले आफ्नो नीतिहरु ल्याउन नसक्ने
आफ्नो स्वार्थपनको लागि मात्र अघि बढ्ने तर अरूलाई अघि बढाउन चाहनको लागि
घरदैलो गर्ने जनताका दुःख सुख र जुन पीडाहरु छ तिनीहरुमा मलमपट्टी लाग्नेतिर लाग्नु पर्ने थियो.
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what is your take on the appointment of officials by creating special government positions? Your options are A, managing close leaders, B, coalition compulsion, and C, additional expenses. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. So that is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Thank you for staying with us. Have a beautiful day ahead.